Well. I am so excited to be here today with the legendary. See, some people call her Michelle.
Everybody calls me Mickey. Everybody.
I call her Mickey.
Yes.
And I thought I was the special one, but apparently not. Apparently everybody calls
You're
her.
not. You are special.
So why don't you just tell a little 60 seconds on your background
60 seconds.
and how how we got connected and where we're at today.
Absolutely. My son, I own a 501c3 second chance program for prison reform. I have a hair salon. I have 9 employees and I still cut hair. And I own a scrapyard. I sit on the board for the Women's Council for the Institute of Scrap Recycling Industries, and I spoke at the ISRI convention in Los Angeles. So in a quick turnout, my son said, Mom, I want you to come to this 10X Growth Hunt. You have to check out Grant Cardone. You've got to check him out. He is all about how you are. Move, serial type
10X.
10X. He says, you own all this property. I own a load of homes, commercial properties. I paid cash for many of them. He said, listen, this guy is going to change your thinking all the way. I saw Jared, went up to him, and Jared's like, whoa. And I said, listen, I really, really want to sit with you guys. I reached out to Elena first. Happy birthday, Miss Cardone.
Happy birthday, Elena.
I reached out to Elena and I said, I want to do prison reform. And because I'm a woman-owned business, serial entrepreneur, I love to support women. She said, there you go. And here comes the relationship with Jared Grant on prison reform.
So this is super exciting because, as you know, we launched the Grant Cardone Foundation, which is dedicated to taking children that grow up without fathers in their home and making sure that they have the skills, tools, and resources necessary to become highly productive members of society, because in most cases that's not the case. And, you know, just about every measurable statistic on suicide, incarceration, alcoholism, drug abuse, I mean, literally everything that you can imagine in terms of bad statistics are much greater, 3, 4, 5, even 10 times higher within this category. And so we got connected and you know, Mickey comes in. She came in with, you know, guns ablaze going 1,000,000 miles an hour. We're going to take over prison reform and we're going to help all the inmates. They're going to come back and transition, exit strategy, housing and homes and employment. And I'm like, okay, wait. It took me 3 phone calls just to figure out what we were trying to do. But once we did, it was
what I look for is Cardone University. What I loved on the platform, how you could make people re-entry ready, not recidivism ready, the educational components, and the networking for employment in the community that Grant has built with all of these companies, because everybody wants to make a difference. And I think, as I shared with you, so many people do not understand how they can benefit by building a relationship, building a network, whether they're a disadvantaged business, a minority women business, a veteran business, all of these different, if they're a hub certified, disadvantaged, any type of historically underutilized business, when they come out of incarceration, they've got the training from Cardone U, they've got employment opportunities and a community of networking, not to mention the legendary Grant Cardone.
So the challenge is all of these components and pieces already exist. The challenge is linking them all together and delivering them to inmates so that there is actually a process and a system in place for when they exit that gets them employment ready, that gets them ready to have housing, that gets them ready to be re-entry ready, so that they can be successful. You know, Grant was the underdog. Grant was the black sheep. Grant had people counting him out, even his own family. And for many of the people that follow us, they share that same story, that same origin, and those same characteristics. You know, the reality is not everybody went to college. Not everybody had both parents. Not everybody got a degree. Not everybody was blessed with some of the things that most people in society are blessed with. And then you end up with a group of the underdogs, let's call them. And,
or you're single moms. I was a single mom raising triplets. I grew up with a single family household. Had I not had the push, the drive, and thank God, my own millennial son said to me, listen, take a listen, because I think the narrow-mindedness of entrepreneurs having multiple revenue streams, getting that mentorship, getting that growth, to take your business to the next level, to triple it, to quadruple it. People go, how do I do it? Let me show you how to do it. And that big network of people, which is where I think this prison reform, I felt inmates, men and women, single men raising their children, all needed to have some guidance on how to be an entrepreneur, or if they work for a company, how to build it and make it massive.
So these skills are things that already exist inside Cardone University. And if you're on Cardone University, then you've experienced this. If you're not, then you got to understand that Cardone University is the most comprehensive single source for information on how you can communicate more effectively, how you can be persuasive, how you can influence, how you can become more successful. Yes. How you can go out into the marketplace and create something out of nothing. It's one of the most powerful skills that you can develop is the ability to hunt. Is the ability to be a magician, create something out of nothing. Because if you can put those two things together, you truly can go anywhere. And so what we're hoping to do with this program this initiative that we've finally been able to tie off.
It took us, here's the thing, and you and I shared about this. People go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and they're like, well, I haven't done anything. It's taken us almost a year because the next 10X Growth Hunt's coming. That's going to be, if you don't go, you're missing out on an opportunity of a lifetime because of the networking capabilities. So it took me this long to maneuver it, but it's all going to pay off because guess what? We're going to have men and women educated, being able to communicate, having skill sets, trades for employment opportunities. They're going to build a community as they exit out. Because you guys have got the network, I've got networks, all of it comes together. It's no missing piece to not be 10X.
10X. And ultimately what that means is getting, achieving abundance in every area. Becoming financially stable and secure.
So they have one of these.
Becoming happy, healthy, and wealthy, and bringing everything together, becoming a better father, a better mother, a better son, a better daughter, a better aunt, uncle, whatever.
A better person all the way around.
That is what 10X truly is all about. And so with this partnership, we're extremely confident that we're going to deliver to people that are disadvantaged and underprivileged and in really a tough situation. Most inmates don't always, the story that you create in your head about how they get where they're at doesn't have all the details in most cases. And you were sharing a story with me earlier about just how circumstances can drive people into situations. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that they got put into a corner and things didn't work out the way that they were supposed to. And oftentimes when you come out with that stamp from prison, it can be really, really tough to enter the workforce.
Well, once you have to fill an application that says felony, people think, they've done something bad, not knowing the circumstances. And every person that we've hired that I've mentored that was incarcerated, we mentored through. I showed them ways. I gave them opportunities to be able to be a better person, a better parent, a better worker. They've all went on. Some of them have their own companies now. And with that comes the growth of your relationships. And I think that's going to be the transformation for prison reform and the First Step Act, the Urban Faith Coalition. Caterpillar's going to see a big difference because I'm a huge American-made product as well as you. We want to get people educated, back to work, have housing, and turnkey this platform. And I can't say enough, and I know Jared and everybody else is like, really, Mickey? People need to know when you own big companies and you have money, it doesn't mean you didn't work for it. Thank God I opened a door to get someone to help men and women change their lives and have Cardone U want to be a part of it and change the lives of men and women so they have families, their children's come together, and they can get a job.
And really, really what we hope isn't that they just get a job. It's that they get a job and they achieve levels of success that even they never thought that they were capable of. And if you follow Grant, if you follow the material, if you follow us, you know that what we're about making massive transformations in people's lives. And the ability to produce and create income can provide a stability and a foundation that will allow anybody to be a stronger person, a better person, and give them the opportunity to make more impact in their family and in their community.
And as they go on, they have the ability to build that relationship. Anybody that's a part of Cardone U anybody that's a part of this organization becomes part of their family. And that's really what Grant's about. He traveled all around and let people follow his family on this trip. So people have the opportunity for things that they may not have been able to do right then, but they might in the future go to. Never think I came from nothing. Nobody gave me anything, just like Grant, single family household. I built it all because I want to make a difference. Prison reform and changing people's lives. When you shift the paradigm and you make it about others, it becomes an abundance of success.
So we're really excited to announce this and launch this, and you're going to be hearing a ton more about this moving forward, because we truly believe that we're on the path to making a massive transformation to a very big problem, a problem that literally is on the front doorstep of the White House and at the highest levels of the federal government. You know, we are. This is a major issue,
a massive change.
And we partnered with Mickey on this because she is a pit bull. She's a driver, and she's connected. She really is connected to this in a deep spiritual duty level. And so for us, those are the type of people that we want to work with. And I'm confident that we're going to take this and crack one.
We're going to
right out of the park.
Prison reform, because people are going to go back to work. And you know what? Share this video. You want to see people go back to work? Have money in your pocket. It costs $32,000 to have an inmate. That's $32,000 that could go and send your kids to college. 10% are people that have served our country that go to prison. The suicide rate is 10 times higher than what the suicide rate is, which is number 10 in the United States for people coming out of incarceration. Let's change it. I think we can. And I know you can. And we're going to make a difference.
Let's do it.
Hey, Grant, if you're watching this, get ready to move a mountain, my friend.